Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I greet you according to your time and location. My name is Nancy. You're welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you're new here, you're seeing this face for the very first time. Hey, hi, what have you been waiting for? Anyways, welcome. Welcome. All right, so my name is Nancy once again. Like I said, I film about faith, relationship, and lifestyle. I film from Abuja, Nigeria. So today, guys, I'll be talking about the pros and cons of living in Abuja. I talked about the good part of Abuja, the advantage, the good things, the things I loved about Abuja in my previous video. So today I'll be talking about not really what I don't like in Abuja, or not really the disadvantage of living in Abuja. I'll just be talking about generally the facts about living in Abuja, the facts about Abuja. I don't want to narrow it down to disadvantage. Or better still, if you're moving into Abuja, you have to put some of these things into consideration before moving into Abuja. So without further ado, guys, let's jump right into the video. Okay, so number one thing I want to talk about is in Abuja, money does not grow on trees. Like, money doesn't grow on trees. For people that are living outside Abuja, people living in Abuja doesn't wake up every morning and carry broom and packer to go and start sweeping money from the street. You know, there's this ideology, there's this notion that everybody living in Abuja is rich. No, it's not everybody that is living in Abuja that is rich. So money does not grow on trees. Abuja people, they work and hustle just like every other cities. It's still the same normal life, but just that little differences. Money doesn't grow on trees in Abuja, my number one point. Number two, cars in Abuja are not luxuries. Cars are necessities in Abuja. If you live in Abuja, you know what I'm talking about. Cars are necessities in Abuja, not luxuries. Because some of the roads are not direct. Like, some of the roads are not so direct. For instance, you're going from, let's say, somewhere like Gudu to somewhere inside Wuse too. You know, there's no direct there is no direct taxi going straight to that side. It depends on the area of the part of the Wuse that you're going to anyways. But then again, cars are not luxuries, because you will not understand. It's only people that stays in Abuja that will understand. So cars are not luxury in Abuja. Another thing about Abuja is this. The roads look alike. Like, most of the roads inside the town, inside the city centers, they look alike. Especially in Wuse too. Not just Wuse too. All the roads look alike inside the city centers. Pardon me. Inside the city centers, the roads, you'll be thinking, oh, I'm here. The next thing, you're in another place, but it looks like you're there. And one more thing about the roads is this. If you miss one turn, like you want to make a U-turn, you miss one turn, you have to drive to a far distance before you can turn again. Not like the place I'm coming from, where if you just miss a turn, you're supposed to turn from this, you know, you're supposed to make a U-turn from this particular junction. You now miss it. The place where I'm coming from, they will just turn anywhere. They will just make their U-turn anywhere. But in Abuja, you have to drive all the way down again before you see another U-turn and make your U-turn. Once you miss a road, you miss a turn, forget it. Forget about it. School fees. For people that have given birth, though, for the married ones, school fees, in fact, school fees is enough family planning. For people living in Abuja, school fees is enough family planning. Like, if you want to give your child a sound education, like, you know, you want to put your children in good schools, if they call the names of the price, the amount they are paying for those schools, you will be marveled. Marveled? Yes, you will. So school fees is enough family planning for people living in Abuja. Abuja is expensive, bottom line. Abuja is expensive, bottom line. That's just it. Apart from the fact that transportation is inexpensive, some foodstuffs are inexpensive, Abuja generally is expensive. You make your money here and you spend it here. Abuja is quite expensive, I must say. And another thing again, you need to plan yourself. That's another point. You need to plan yourself before moving into Abuja, so that you don't do what you don't want to do. You have to plan yourself, plan your life. In fact, have your plans before coming into Abuja. If possible, if you are coming into Abuja to look for a job, if possible, let it be 80% certain that you're getting that job, or you're maybe 80% certain, at least 80% certain that you're getting that job before leaving wherever you are to move into Abuja to come. If you're coming to Abuja, you don't have a job yet, you don't have a job offer yet, you don't even know where you are just coming to come and look for a job. Well, except you have manna falling from heaven, like you have someone that is going to take care of you, or you have where you're going to stay. You have somebody that is willing, like willingly willing to take care of you for a very long time, or you have your own savings and you're coming here to look for a job. You have your own savings that will take care of you prior to, or rather until, pending when you are able to get a job. You have your own money that will, sustain you pending when you are able to get a job. Except that if you don't have money, you don't have savings, you're coming into Abuja to look for a job, you don't have a job offer yet, you don't have a business in mind yet, you don't have handiwork that you're coming to come and be doing here yet, I think you have to have another rethink. You have to think it twice before coming into Abuja. Another funny thing about Abuja, this one, I don't know. Another funny thing about Abuja is this: gatesmen, house help, gardeners, drivers. This set of persons, they live in mansions. Like, they live in better houses than graduates who are who are not doing something, who are not doing a job that's, that is heavy, that is paying them heavily. Okay, let me put it this way. Those set of persons that I mentioned, they live larger than some average people living in Abuja. You know why? One very rich man like that, Oga or Alaji, or all those people, all those top politicians, all those big men, they will buy a house or build a house in the heart of Abuja, in the heart of town. Then go to the villages or wherever, hire a gateman that will be doing Oga Walai Dalai, I'm not peeling pine. That is to say, a gateman that is really not well read, probably had a primary school certificate, a gateman, a driver. Those people, they will hire those people. Okay, some drivers are well read, gatesmen, house helps, gardeners. I don't think most people that are educated will want to take up those jobs. So the people that take up those jobs are most likely those people who are not well read. So this set of persons, they will be living in those big mansions. Oga will rent the house or build the house or buy the house in the heart of town, hire this set of persons to be working for him. And then Oga and Madam and Oga's children might decide to travel for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, sometimes 2 years or more. They will travel out of Abuja. Who is living in the house? The gateman and the house help. Or maybe just the gateman. They're the ones living in the house. You see gatemen living in the heart of town. Like, the gateman is living there for more than 1 year without Oga and Madam being around. Directly or indirectly, they are living in town. I don't know how you want to say it or how you want to define it, but as far as I'm concerned, these people are living in town. Yes. So they are living in town. Another thing I want to say again is this. I think that's point number 4, 5, or 6. I don't know. Another thing I want to say again is this. It's not everybody that is living in Abuja that are living large. I think that relates to point number 1 that I made. It is not everybody living in Abuja that are living large. Because once people hear that, oh, this person is living in Abuja, the next thing, they feel you are doing one government job, one federal government job. People outside Abuja, most of them feel people living in Abuja are doing, or everybody living in Abuja are doing one federal government job or the other. They will tell you, you're very close to Buhari now. Let me tell you, it's not everybody living in Abuja that are living the good life. It's not everybody living in Abuja that are living large. Some persons, in fact, there are some people living in Abuja here that are living a worse life than people living in some villages, in my own village. Yes. Just like it's not everybody living abroad that are living the good life. There are still some people living in Abuja here that are far better than people living in abroad, some part of abroad. let the truth be told. Okay, so it's not everybody living in Abuja here that are living the good life. There are still some that are still they are not suffering, but okay, another thing I like to say again is this: Abuja is always on the extreme. Like when I mean the extreme, when it is hot, Abuja is hot, like very very hot. Abuja can be very hot. When it is cold, in fact, when Abuja is hot like this, you'll be thinking, is it that they carried Abuja like this and face sun directly, or what did we do to nature? Like Abuja can be very hot to the extent that inside your body, like inside your body will be hurting you. You know that. Then when Abuja want to be cold, Abuja can be very cold, especially in the Harmattan season. Now we are entering Harmattan, or we've entered Harmattan since last week. Yes, we've entered Harmattan since last week. So Abuja can be very cold when Abuja want to be cold. It can be very very cold. Another thing about Abuja is this: house rent. What about house rent? House rent is very expensive in Abuja. There was one of my friends, we graduated together. She stays in Benin. She lives in Benin with her family. There was day we were talking, and then I asked her, how much are you guys paying? How much are you guys paying for house rent? Something led to something. We're just talking about life generally and all that. So it led to that question. I think she was even the one that said it, like, that the place they are living now, they are living in a 3-bedroom apartment. And she mentioned the amount they are paying. My brothers and my sisters, that same amount they are paying for 3-bedroom flat is what you will get for self-contained. For my brethren in Warri, that's the one you call bed-sitter. Just one room that has a kitchen, toilet, and bedroom inside. Some persons call it self-contained, some persons call it bed-sitter. See, the amount she mentioned that they are paying for 3-bedroom flat is what you get for a self-contained in an interior, not the heart of town. If you want to get a good self-contained in the heart of town, in boys' quarters like this, maybe inside Maitama, inside Asokoro, inside Wuse 2, inside Jabia, all those places, if you want to get a reasonable self-contained, you're talking about 350, 400, 450 and above. But you can get cheaper self-contained in some not too close to town areas. Like, yeah, you can get it around, let's say, 200, 150, 170, 180, around that. 250, 200, yeah, around that price range. But if you want to look for the one of, let's say, 100, you can still see the one of 100,000, 80,000 naira self-contained. But the proximity to town is what we're talking about. So if you want to compare, if you want to calculate the transport you'll be paying every day, calculate it yearly and add up to your house rent, you see that it's almost the same amount with if you had rented an apartment close to town. So house rent in Abuja is one thing that, in fact, that takes people's money. Accommodation is very expensive in Abuja. It's one thing that is highly expensive in Abuja. Then another thing again about Abuja is this: you need connection to. In fact, connection is the order of the day. Like, you need connection to get everything. Even though you are, well, I don't know, I think it happens everywhere. Even though you are a skilled worker, like you have handiwork, not really government work per se, you have handiwork, you still need connections. You know, you have to know who knows somebody that is looking for your service. Like, you still have to build connections, you have to build network. That's another thing about Abuja. Then another thing about Abuja, this one is somehow sha. Well, I don't want to talk about it seriously because I really don't have let's say a good knowledge about it. But to my own best of knowledge about this one, well, dating in Abuja. Dating in Abuja, I will say dating in Abuja is a scam. Not that, guys. I mean, okay, let me put it this way. Finding true love in Abuja is a scam. It is what it is. You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. Finding true love in Abuja is a scam. See, if you want to move into Abuja, like you are planning to relocate to Abuja, and you have a relationship somewhere that you have your relationship in your previous location, even in your village or in your present town or in the current city where you are, you want to relocate to Abuja, please do not break up with that person. Carry your relationship and come to Abuja. Carry your relationship. The person might not necessarily move with you, but carry your relationship in your heart and in your head and come to Abuja. Because if you are breaking up with that person because you are relocating to Abuja, so that you come to Abuja and look for true love, badadash. Abuja true love is a scam. Yeah, it's either you meet. It's either you meet. In fact, guys living in Abuja, what exactly is you guys' problem? What exactly is you guys' problem? Is that you meet somebody? First thing they want to know is if you live alone. Well, for both girls and guys, it's in both ways. Especially the other genders. They want to know if you live alone. They want to know if you have a job. They want to know, I mean, if they know that you live alone, they want to be coming to your house to be eating free food and be sleeping in free houses. Hello. Me, like this. Yes, I live alone. If you ask me, I won't even tell you that I live alone. Whether I live alone or whether I live with people, that is none of anybody's business. But why are guys in Abuja so interested in ladies who live alone or who are working and earning good salaries? Why are they so much interested in those set of persons? Why won't you go out there and work by yourself? Work, get a job for yourself, get a life for yourself, and then stop looking for somebody to leech on. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it, but if I'm wrong, guys, I stand to be corrected, please. Like, if you think I'm wrong, if you think this particular thing I'm saying is wrong, I stand to be corrected. They're looking for who to collect money from. They're looking for, is that day that they meet you, that's when they will start telling you the problem of their whole generation. Hello. They want to suck you dry. Like, they want to, some of them are, before they used to say women are gold diggers. Women are no longer the gold diggers. The way I'm saying it now, a lot of ladies are actually, sticking out their neck. Like, they want to get a living. They want to pave waves. They want to make waves for themselves. Like, they want to, excel in life. They want to do some things for themselves. But you see the other gender, they just want a working class lady that is living alone. And then this one brings me to my next point. Fake lives in Abuja is too much. You guys should stop. Appear real, come out real. There are jobs, yes, there are jobs. But it's just that some persons are too big. Like, they are too big. They feel they are too big to take up some jobs. I'm not quarreling, no. It looks like I'm quarreling, right? Yeah. But I'm just stating fact. I'm just stating the obvious right now. Some persons feel too big to take up some jobs. The gateman thing I mentioned earlier, a lot of persons will not want to do that job. A lot of graduates will not want to pick up a driving job, like, driving in a company or driving an oga or something. Do you know, you can pick up any job, like, you can do anything. So long as you are not stealing, so long as you're not killing somebody's, you're not using somebody's destiny to make your money. Like, you're not stealing from anybody, you're not killing people, you're not shedding blood, you are doing it legitimately. You have a legit job that you're doing. Even though it's part of those people that sweep the streets, you are doing it, you're getting paid every month. It's something. But some persons just feel comfortable staying in the house, like, doing nothing. They hang around friends, they go out with friends, they go get something doing for yourself. Some persons will go and borrow cars from their friends. They just want to go and use it to check a lady and all that, because the lady too is looking for something flashy. They too want to fall. By the time they realize that the both of them are playing each other, everything will just mafuka like that. You see a lady that, I'm not saying where you stay is a problem. Yeah, where you stay is not a problem. You see a lady that stays inside. Mpapa is down now. Inside, I don't know if it's a jegule, I don't know what they call that axis. But you see a lady that is staying inside one lungu like that, she will bath or clean up and then come into town and all that. Everybody will now be speaking phone. At the end of the day, another guy that is forming fake life too will jam that girl that is, forming fake life. Both of them will not jam each other. And at the end of the day, everything will just dabaru, Let's just stop the faking. It's just too much. Abuja people, Abuja ladies, Abuja guys, stop the fake life. I mean, stop the fake, stop it. Some persons will just go out like, I mean, once a lady sees that, okay, she's manageably, she was able to, get a guy that is working and all that, has a comfortable apartment and all that. She visits the guy the first day, visits the guy the second day, and everything. They are in a relationship already. The next thing, she visits again. She leaves 3 of her clothes there. She goes back. She visits again. Before you know it, they are already living together. That's where this Abuja marriage thing come into play. People, they'll tell you, this person is married. The first question they ask is it Abuja marriage or normal marriage? Which one is Abuja marriage? Yes. For those of us that does not stay in Abuja, Abuja marriage is the type of marriage that you use small bag to carry your bag and then go and start living with the guy. The both of you are living together as man and wife, but dowry has not been paid yet. That is one we call Abuja marriage. Yes, well, to some extent, I think the nature of things here in Abuja has made people to, start doing that Abuja marriage thing. You see a guy living with a girl, living with a guy, or a guy living with a girl, because house rent is very expensive, and the other person is not ready to work and all that. That's why I said you need to plan yourself before you move into Abuja. If not, you want to do those things that you don't like or you don't want to do. Apart from that, again, there's nothing wrong with you cutting your coat according to your material, according to your fabric, not according to your size now, because your size might be bigger than the fabric you have. Just cut it according to the fabric. If your fabric is not up to the size, just leave it here. That means you don't need that coat yet. Leave it first. Let's stop the fake life. So, bottom line, if you're coming to Abuja to look for true love, it takes grace of God, yes. It's not like there are no real persons in Abuja. There are still some good ones. There are still some truthful ones in Abuja here. But it's just that it looks as if the bad ones have overshadowed the good ones. There are more fake people, more fake loves in Abuja here than real loves in Abuja. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying there are a lot of persons that got their true love in Abuja here now, that met their true loves, true relationship and all that in Abuja here. So please, don't get me wrong. Yeah, that's another thing I would say. Another thing again about Abuja is this: if you don't have the spirit of delayed gratification, Abuja might be very difficult. Like, Abuja might throw you off balance. You might not have savings because you want to meet up with everybody. You want to meet up with your friends. If you don't have the spirit of delayed gratification, I talked about delayed gratification in my former video, in my previous video. You can check that. If you don't have the spirit of delayed gratification, it might be quite difficult for you in Abuja here. Abuja is not a place for you to come and start competing with one person. You don't make your money like them, so don't spend it like them. For me, I buy what I want to buy, not because you bought it and I want. I look at it and I need it. That's when I'll buy it. Not because you bought it. If you buy it and I don't need it, no matter how the pressure, I won't buy it. If you like, call it, name it, whatever you want to name it. So, Abuja is not a place for you to come and start competing with people. This one bought this one, I want to go and bought it. Bought what? With which money? Do you know where the person is getting the money that they're using to bought that thing that they bought? What do you want to bought? Do you need that thing that you want to bought? If you don't need it, there's no point buying it. So leave it there until you are able to get the money, or until you need it, you go and bought it. If not, save your money and save it. All right, again, another thing about Abuja is this. I don't know if this one is true or something. Abuja might be boring to our brethren that are from the other part of the country. If you're a Lagosian, you're used to Lagos life, you're used to Benin life, you're used to the life in Warri and all that. Abuja might be boring to you because Abuja, we don't believe in those, bedu things. I would say the parties in Abuja, birthday parties, naming ceremony, different parties, all of them look alike. Like, they all look alike. The same DJ, the same food, the same kind of people, the same... it's boring. Abuja might be boring to you, yes. So I don't intend to make this video very long, but I think it's already getting too long. So please endeavor to watch till the end, and I think I'll be stopping it here. I'll be ending this video here right now. Thank you for staying to the end, guys. Thank you for watching to the end. I love you so much. I love you. Please endeavor to like, endeavor to share, endeavor to subscribe, endeavor to invite your friends. I love you guys. I love you so much. And once again, happy new month. Happy new month to all of us. We are in the last month of the year 2021. Few days to Christmas. Yes. I love you guys. Merry Christmas in advance. Bye bye.